Welcome to the GainzCast. I'm Marc Lobliner, alongside, of course,
Matt Marano.
And we have an extra special guest, a man I've been working with, I've been friends with since, 2012? 2012. And we look younger and sexier now we've ever looked.
Baby.
And we always stay in ho ready. And speaking of that, the man who coined that phrase, none other than Beast Mode, Chris Jones. What's up, Chris?
Thank you. I was thinking like an audience in the background, like the way you brought me in.
Bro, it's a COVID audience, man.
Yeah, some hands clapping.
Yeah, we got them on Zoom.
We're doing it remote.
It's all remote, except in here. We've taken 12 tests. We're good to go. We've taken the swab. We're ready. We're here at Pump Chasers headquarters in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Fort Worth, man. Chris, it's been a while, man, and I'm going to try not, I have so much to say, but I'm going to shut up because it's Chris's show. But, guys, I got to tell you what, man, it's good to see the band back. Now, we've been doing business. We got Pump Chaser supplements on Tiger Fitness, and, we keep in contact, but, we haven't been focusing on social media as much as we need to. And this week, we sparked up something, and it might, I got to be real, I'm in, I'm out, I'm good. But it sparked up something that's awesome, and that's us doing things together from an event standpoint, from more supplements under Pump Chasers, from more collaborations, from him coming to Tennessee, me coming to Texas. And those are things that I'm really excited about. So I'm going to open up the floor. Chris, what have you been up to for the last few years?
Man, to be 100% honest with you guys, I want to say I've been out here just getting better and grinding, but to be real, all my life, everybody had their own success story. I grew up having little to nothing. I grew up very blue collar, and I like to think of the economic system when you're in the lower middle class as survival mode. You're 2 paychecks from being broke, so economics is survival. So technically that's like having a lion chase you every day. If you stop for a minute, that lion can eat you. You can't stop too long. So when I got to a point where I was comfortable financially to where I didn't have to worry about bills, I want to experience life for the first time. Just wake up when I want for a change. Go out to eat with friends, go out of town, go to an expo and not sell shit. Just go to an expo and enjoy it. But it got to a point where I forgot to get my ass back to work. Life became a vacation, and here we are. That's why I cleansed myself. I confessed. I just wanted to start fresh, What better way to start fresh than just confess? Well, that shit rhyme. I should have been a rapper.
You can still do it.
They're all on the wall over here. All the phrases you've got from just years of hustle, bro.
Yeah.
Matt,
all of them are up there.
If you can remember to drop it into the video for those watching the video of this, you got to get a B-roll of this gym. This gym is fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
The energy,
absolutely,
and the artwork in here is amazing. But Chris, so you're back. You're kind of back 100%.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back back in the old days, content constantly left and right, skits, being bringing that, showing people how to make fitness fun,
bringing beast mode back.
Yeah. And go ahead.
Oh no, everybody wants to see that. I posted our picture from after training today, and usually it's there's one or two out angle, this, that, and the third, whatever. For the most part, it's hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, it's back. Chris is back. Chris 100% in the fold, putting out the content we want to see, bringing us what we want, you have this great clothing line. I'm wearing it right now, this Pump Chasers shirt. This thing fits amazing. It's always good clothes. If you go to pumpchasers.com, I'm not going to lie. It's good stuff. So, and they look cool. It definitely makes you next level. You can wear it out to the club or you can wear it to the gym.
Absolutely.
I could definitely pull this off if my old 40-year-old non-dancing ass went to the club. So Chris, you're back in the, so you're coming back. What brought you, what was that one moment when you woke up and you're okay, I'm coming back. This is it. I got to make a change. I got to bring it back 100%.
Man, this is a raw, right? This is a raw.
It's as raw as it comes.
100%.
You could say what you want.
Okay, so I'm just being honest because I don't care about being judged. Only God can judge me, right? I think my testimonies might help other people. Long story short, man, I got wrapped up into the party life. Curiosity did kill the cat. That is in fact true. Started partying, going out, doing drugs and things like that. And let's just say to some degree, I lost my mind. And the journey I went to get my mind back, I had to go back to the roots of fitness. You know what I mean? And I believe it's because physical fitness is in the physical realm. Whether you're a gardener or a construction worker or a ballet dancer or bodybuilder, we're all doing different shit, but we're in the physical realm, which means we got to follow the laws of physics. You lean too far to the left, I don't give a damn who you are, you're falling to the left. We all got to have a balance, you know? So it was crazy how I used literally bodybuilding to get my mind together. You know, like I can stop cheating on my woman today. I can stop going to McDonald's today. You know, everything comes with negative. No matter what it is, there's gonna be a negative. Like I like Lamborghini. Well, that means I got a $4,000 a month bill every month. That's the negative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pros and cons, positive, negatives.
Yes, and when you curling that weight, you gotta control the negative. Don't ignore the negative. It comes with the fucking game.
So you competed a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, I did.
How did that go?
I mean, it was a small show, so the competition wasn't that steep. But I mean, it was honestly, yeah, the competition was all that great, but the battle beating myself was like the win for me.
You looked amazing.
I never thought I can get that lean naturally, you know?
Bro, he looked, and I remember Chris texting me. He said, I'm like, so dude, you did great. He's like, dude, I just remember what you told me. He's like, if your glutes aren't in, you're not ready.
Yep.
And this motherfucker has some glutes. I was like, I remember I saw this man's ass, and I was like, no homo, or just a little bit. I'm like, oh man, he's got it. Cause I didn't know, honestly, like, cause you know, after the August thing, I gotta admit, man, just we're being real, right? I don't know if Chris can pull it home.
And that's how it works, brother. When you put down people's head once, that's it. That's why they say your word is everything. I can't expect people to expect me to do it right the second damn time.
And you did.
Fool me once, they say shame on me, right? Or shame on you, right?
Yeah.
They fool me twice, shame on me. So I can't get mad at that. That's why you guys, youngsters, keep your word. You know what I mean?
Always
try to keep your word, man. Don't try to put yourself in making promises you can't keep. I know sometimes we feel the need to do that, but before you make a promise, think to yourself, can I really keep this no matter what? And if you can't, don't make it, because then the value of your word go down. And they might not tell you, but the next time you're talking to your friend or your mother or anybody, whatever you tell them ain't gonna stick, because they know you've reneged on your word quite a few times. Trust me, I've been there. And it just hit me, because when I was going through my problems, a lot of people from Instagram probably remember when I first started having nightmares and visions, I told my followers, because it was new to me.
Yeah.
And I was very vulnerable. If somebody would have called me a little pussy, I probably would have lost it.
Yeah.
Thank God there's some decent people like Charlie Coker, you know, Alpha Lead gave me an app called Calm.
Yeah.
Where you can,
The meditation app, right?
A little too fucking calm, no.
Calm. Look up. There's another good one that's not as calm. It's called Headspace.
Yeah.
They're a little bit more lively.
Yeah,
check them out.
After a week or two of that, I'm like, okay, now I'm in my fucking thoughts. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, I need something that's gonna get me. You know, but see,
Actually, I'm a fan of Headspace because they have different time intervals as well, and also for different things. So if you just need focus, if you just need to clear your head, like they have it in categories, they have it in lessons and sections. So
I'm gonna check that out. Headspace,
not sponsored, but
yeah, Headspace. I would love to be sponsored by a mental health company. You know, so you know, just shit like I have random followers messaging me. You know, so I know the power of the tongue.
You know, that brings us to another awesome topic, and that's we are going to have some great events going on. We're going to have some events. We were talking about it. I'm putting it together. We actually just got Kenny KO to agree with a boxing match.
Yeah.
Big Boy Cannon.
Yes, sir.
The tentative date is May 1st. And I haven't brought this up to Brandon because at his gym. It's going to be
Brandon's
outdoors.
got other things on his mind right now.
Yeah, he's doing the Olympia. I'll talk to his wife tomorrow.
By the way, officially announced 015 Nutrition. Just throwing that out there.
That's
right
there,
now.
but we have the gym coming in. The event coming at Carbon Culture Gym in Murfreesboro on May 1st.
Yes.
So that's going to be pretty awesome. That's going to be fun, and that's one of many. Like, we can do events across the country. Chris, you know, everybody involved, myself. It's going to be dope. So keep an eye out for that. But Chris, moving on to something more positive. What do you see? So 2020. So the whole lockdown, shutdown.
Yeah.
How how did that affect you, and where do you see us going from here as a country? I know that's outside the fitness world.
Yeah.
A lot of people say just stick to fitness. We're beyond fitness. Like
We're
this-
actual human beings with like personalities and opinions.
We're Americans who pay taxes and vote. We could talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
And to be honest with you, when you just stick to fitness, that means you ignore other things like human nature.
Yeah.
And that's how you end up like Greg. You make videos not knowing human nature because you technically only know about working out. You don't
Stuck
know
in that bubble.
Yeah, you don't know human nature. Like you got to get out here and know how humans operate.
Yes.
Right?
All right. We're going to take a brief, but we'll be right back. We're going to let our ears get a break real quick. All right. Come back.
And we're back.
Yes, we are. So we wanted to segue into some more fitness stuff because, well, we're our fitness channel, fitness company. Both of us, Pump Chasers, Tiger Fitness. You know, that's what we do. GainzCast, obviously the gains. We like to stand for mental gains, physical gains, spiritual gains.
Business gains, all the gains.
I honestly don't think the word gains is bad. Capital gains, you know?
It's a beautiful, beautiful word. And so Chris, you've been doing this a long time naturally. Now, I get a lot of questions about how to train, and people always say, can a natural do this? Can a natural do this? Can a natural do that? So the question is, as a natural, Chris, and you train with a lot of guys on drugs, right?
Yeah.
And that's cool. You don't, like, just because Chris is natural doesn't mean that doesn't associate with non-natural.
Yeah, that's crazy. People think the natural bodybuilding mean we were like some kind of separation. No, we're just letting people know. So it got to give out people idea what they want, where they want to go. Some guy who looks at me and thinks that I'm big, he might just want to stay natural, but he thinks I'm small, he might want to go to the next level. You know, people, I think people should have an idea of what they can obtain so they can know what level they want to reach. That's all. But you got some people use it for financial gain for lies, you know.
It's all about which route you want to choose and which you think is best for you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and so on that note, Chris, as a natural who's been training for, how many years have you been training?
Man, since I was 19, I'm 35, so shit, I'm 16, huh? 16 years.
Math is hard for me.
Yeah, man.
So what is your advice to someone who is, let's say, I get this question all the time and I can't answer it because at 27 years old is when I started TRT. And then I did a steroid cycle at 33 years old. Just 100% transparency. So my question is, what is your advice for someone who's 17 years old and is contemplating using steroids and has to decide which to do? Now, I'm going to assume you telling them to stay natural. What's your advice for them year after year after year after year to stay natural and stay motivated?
That's a good fucking question. This must be destiny, because I was just thinking this, man, a few weeks ago, thinking about my life. And I'm thinking, why didn't I take drugs? You know, what kept me natural? And you start thinking about pivotal moments in your life, you know, that change your life, you know. And I think it was when I was at the gym and, you know, this guy who literally was in a magazine, you know, I guess, you know, kind of, you know, show who won certain NPC shows, you know, these magazines were the shit. Man, they showed him like placing at a show, you know. And I looked in the parking lot, this guy's car's barely hanging on. You know what I mean? I'm like, how do you get the body that good? You get in the magazine. I mean, I know it wasn't no big deal. He was just, but still, you know. And I'm like, obviously, fitness alone, creating a great body alone is not going to get you everything you want. It'll just get you what you worked for, you worked for a great body.
Yeah.
If you didn't work for more money, then that's not going to build with that. Mm-hmm. If you didn't work for a great relationship with your kids, teaching your kid how to potty train, that's not going to get better.
Yeah.
So it's like a garden. It's the only thing that's going to grow where the light shines on it. So when you put your crops, you got to make sure you put it in a position where the sun's going to shine on it. You got to shine your light on what you want to produce. So you want to produce a great body? Spend 8 hours in the gym. Great, but understand a year later, all you're going to get back is what you put your body. So learn balance, you know. And I believe the whole natural thing and heroic thing, I believe you got to ask yourself why you're doing it. Sometimes you might not even be doing it for the right reason. You're just doing it because you think you want to do it. When you get to the root of it, I just want to take roads to be bigger. Well, brother, you can just take your time. You know? Now you're like, I got a movie in 6 months and they need me to be 30 pounds bigger than you. That's a different story. You know? So deep reflecting and just ask yourself, can't nobody choose for you? That's a personal decision. that you got to live with. You know what I mean? That's why I don't bash people. That's a decision that person's living with. Let him choose. You know?
Yeah.
I never had a reason to take roids because the goals I have don't require roids. Please believe if my goals required drugs, I would do it. You know?
So it really comes down to what the person's goals are. Like you
Yes.
said, like movie roles, these actors. I mean,
Absolutely.
people read like this was their workout and diet to prepare for such and such role in
Absolutely.
this superhero movie. There's more to it. Everyone knows there's more to it.
People don't know human nature. If you
Yeah.
don't know human nature, you know an actor doesn't just be in the movie. He got to write them lines.
Yeah.
Shit, rehearsal. Do you think these motherfucker prepping meals and trying to learn how to bodybuild and this shit? Like, they get a coach. A lot of them get protocols. Let's just say protocols.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And, dude, it's understandable.
And if you need evidence, Stallone.
Right? Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Expendables, I left alone. You know?
Yeah, I mean, so going along that side, from a training standpoint and a
Yeah.
diet standpoint,
Uh-huh.
this 17-year-old says, okay, Chris, my goals align with that. I don't think I'm going to be in movies or whatever. I'm just going to be an accountant.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would you approach diet and training for long-term for somebody staying natural?
Well, first, you got to make them love this shit. You make it feel like a job, they'll never stick with it. People don't realize a trainer is not just simply knowing how to work out. Dude, you can Google how to do some curls. Like, you ain't got to pay nobody. You know, your job is to know how to spark that fire in a motherfucker with certain trigger words. See, that's why some good people don't realize that's not my macros that get people in shape. Trust me. Like, my fucking tongue is disgusting. I know how to get the motherfucker to do the fuck I want him to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a gift. You know, so learning how to do some counting. If you thermodynamics cannot be cheated. If you think you got some special diet, you're a fool. You know, thermodynamics, the laws of energy, you chemical what? Like, come on, what the chemical tension, chemical mechanics? Like, get the fuck out of here. You think you're gonna outsmart thermodynamics? I don't care what diet you go with. Stop. You know, at the end of the day, you are a motivator. You need to be learning psychology. You need to be learning how to get in the motherfucker's head. That's why Mike Tyson's trainer was so good. Cuss knew all the motherfucking trigger words of how to get a motherfucker ready for war.
Yeah.
You know, if I would have taught Mike Tyson at 13 how to fight, he wouldn't have been no champion. Trust me. It was the fucking coach, the getting in his head, making him feel unstoppable. You know?
Yeah.
If you don't understand, that's why human nature is number one if you want people to do what the fuck you want them to do. Then get the knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what you saying?
As far as approach to that, so you got thermodynamics, training style.
Yeah.
What is your preferred training style? Like, I've seen you talk about full body. I've seen you talk about body part bro split. We just did a hybrid kind of, 2-part superset. What is your training philosophy, and what do you usually recommend for people?
That is a great question because so many trainers have this one thing for all approach. I believe it comes with a combination of your genetics. Let's be real, your schedule. If you work fucking every day, I don't think you need to be working out 6 days a week. You need to be spending time with your fucking kids. You need to be clean. You know, like you neglect a lot of shit where you work out all the time and you work all the time. Like, dude, you got to put some time, invest in your family, invest in your child, invest in yourself, read a book, take a nap, So your work schedule, your genetics, what are your goals? Why are you doing this? All these things come in. Like, right now, my training split is nowhere near what it would be if I was getting ready for an expo. Right now, I'm just working out, trying to keep myself looking decent. So when I get naked, I look like something. I don't want like a bag of potatoes naked, right?
Yeah.
And if we talking about doing events, right? 4 weeks out, I'm probably gonna hit the gym fucking 6 days a week, up my reps, up my food, get my abs more frequently because I want to tighten up. I believe in doing what you can stick with long term. Adherence. If you can't stick with it, what's the fucking point? Something you can stick with and that aligns with your goals. Because if you're sticking with something that's bullshit, you ain't doing shit either. You can just stop doing it. If I go to the gym, do 10 push-ups, and go home every day, I went to the gym. Yeah, you went to the gym and did 10 push-ups, though.
Yeah.
So make sure you're effective, consistent, and something you can stick with. Don't try to do too much if you know you can't go back to making promises you can't keep. Don't make promise to a split you can't commit. You know damn well you work fucking 12-hour shifts and shit. You were a damn firefighter. You work 2 days on and 1 day off. Come on, brother. Why you signing yourself up for some shit you know you can't stick to?
Yeah.
You know, you at the chow hall. I got clients from all over the world. You at the military. Y'all eat at the chow hall. Motherfucker, just eat at the fucking chow hall and work out. Stop trying to diet. Like you can't do the macros perfectly. Like somebody who stores a lot of body fat, they gotta be a little stricter with the diet than somebody who's, burns fat easily. So you're in a chow hall and shit. Just do what you can. Portion control. A lot of people get those MREs, those meals ready to eat and shit. Like they put so much fats and sugars in a lot of these foods. You gotta feed a lot of men. So they're not put you chicken breast and organic meats and shit. It costs too much to do that.
Yeah.
So just guys, don't stop. You're at a point in your life where you can't worry about bodybuilding. You're at a point in your life when you're in the military, you're serving, you just want to keep yourself fit. Don't worry about things you can't commit to right now. Now, when you get out the military or you get a little job where they have you war reserve, you know how they got different jobs, then maybe commit to shit. You got to be honest with yourself. Stop living through these social media people. Be honest with yourself. Fitness schedule should align with your life, and your goals.
Yeah, I completely agree. And as far as diet, is there any single, you have the carnivore, the keto, the this, the that, the third.
That's dope.
Is there any diet philosophy that you subscribe to more? Obviously, different strokes. Obviously, diabetics might follow a different plan than a non-diabetic, type 1, type 2, whatever. Is there any specific diet that you tend to gravitate towards for most?
That's dope. See, I'm a huge advocate of being honest. Like somebody who likes a lot of bread or carbs, you might want to do macros. If you have a person who likes fats and grease, you might need to do keto because we know thermodynamics. We know food is energy. That's why all food's measured in calories. It's not measured in inches, it's measured in calories.
Yeah.
Right? So all these diets is a creative way to get a deficit done without making it feel like a job. So if you do a 16-hour fast, that's only 8 hours to eat. That's going to help you eat less,
Yeah.
Or if you do keto, if you like meat and bacon, you probably don't mind the oatmeal. You probably don't like oatmeal anyway. You probably don't like fruit anyway. All these diets are great. Stick to the one that you can commit to. I like rice cakes sometimes. Sometimes I want rice. Sometimes, I'm not going to stick to it. I'm not going to commit to a damn diet that doesn't allow me to have that. That would be dumb. It would just be, it's kind of like getting on the water and you're holding your breath. This motherfucker coming up eventually. We'll just go sit here and wait. Nothing negative stays down forever. That's why diamonds eventually come out that fucking bottom of that fucking earth and you shoot up. Nothing can stay buried forever that wants to come out. That, mind you, that wants to come out. Should we say that again? Nothing stays buried forever that wants to come out. Notice people say, Chris, you've been acting crazy lately. I've always had that guy in me. I just kept him buried. Sometimes people make it come out. You can't hold your breath forever. You can't stay mad forever. Nothing stays the same forever. It's all about respect. So you got to respect yourself by not committing the bullshit you can't commit to. That's what self-respect is.
Yeah.
Self-respect is knowing yourself. You can't do this shit. Why are you saying this shit with your tongue that you're going to do it? Why are you speaking with your tongue shit you know you don't mean? That's why I love bodybuilding. It teaches you. It saved my life. You literally learn yourself with this shit. I know myself from the inside out.
Yeah.
I love this fucking shit more than anything.
It's so good, man.
So it can heal you. You literally, once my life was going crazy, I did the one thing, like Superman got to go to his fortress of solitude. I went to the store and got my groceries. I was like, my word's going crazy. I need to get something that looks familiar.
Yeah.
Nothing's looking right. I know one thing, when my diet's on point, everything starts to make more sense.
I feel you, man. Bodybuilding got me through. First thing I did, my father passed away, is I went to the gym. It got me out of that funk. It got the endorphins flowing. And you look at all this shit going around, and you got to bring it up because it's 2020. You got fucking COVID-19. And I will say that point to the data. Look, there's data. I'm not going to fucking cite it every time I fucking say it. But, dude, comorbidities are the main reason people are passing from this disease.
Yes.
And the main reason the main comorbidity is obesity or obesity-related issues.
Yeah. And
not only is bodybuilding great for, we walk out in public and we look big and powerful and muscular. And that's not ego. That's just fucking truth. I'm sure you get stopped all the time by women wanting to feel your arms or dude wanting to feel your ass, whatever. That's just me. So the thing is, what we found with these viruses that we didn't think about, when we used to get the flu, it was just because we were unlucky. But we found that people who are in shape and healthy, this virus that's killed so many people, I'm not downplaying the virus, you have a 99.96% chance of surviving it. We have more of a chance of lightning striking us than dying of COVID with our fitness level, with our age is a huge issue. Obviously, the older you are, the more susceptible you are from dying of shit. So, but if you're a healthy older person, you have a better chance of surviving. And it's not just COVID, it's the flu. Dude, in 2015, I was bedridden for 5 days because I had hand, foot, and mouth disease. 1 in a million adults can get it. But when adults get it, bro, I couldn't walk. My fucking hands like fell off. My nails fell off. It was horrible. And if I wasn't as healthy as I am, it would have rocked my world. And it did. But COVID's the same way. And we've, Matt's had it, in the high, and he didn't even, he worked through it. That time they didn't have
I caught it too. Go ahead.
That was back in March. Just putting that out there so I don't.
No, they didn't. They weren't able to test him.
They put me on hold. They were like, "Yeah, you qualify for a test," and then they called me back 2 weeks later to get the test. And by that point, I was healthy on a rooftop working in New York City. So.
Yeah, so the main thing is, so not only mentally is bodybuilding the greatest thing for us, let's go exercise. For some, it might be CrossFit. For some, it might be jazzercise. For some, it might be P90X. For some, it might be hockey. Exercise and finding that mode of physical movement, of physical exertion that makes you happy is the single best physical and mental thing you can do for yourself. Bodybuilding saved your life. Bodybuilding, I can guarantee you this. When I found weights, it was when I was in a bad spot doing some bad things with some bad people when I was a teenager. And bodybuilding, I've said it many times on my channel, it saved my life.
When I first started dealing with my mental health issues when I was 18, going through depression, first thing I did was join a gym.
And it is understated the importance of exercise. And that's why we post things. And I'm not a PhD. But I posted something today like, look, COVID's fucking real. Okay, I'm not saying it's not real. For us, I'm more worried about a fucking flu, to be honest with you. That's just me from my educated experience and from someone who's been around COVID. You know what I mean? But I posted simply, here's some vitamins you should take. Vitamins and minerals. I didn't say minerals once. Oh, that's a mineral. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Vitamin C, quercetin, zinc, vitamin D. Simple. Under $20 a month to take the recommended doses. People are like, you're not an expert. I'm like, I know. I'm not, but I'm right. They're antivirals. And if you combine that with healthy diet, exercise, not being fat, unfucking yourself is what I call it when you're not fat. Get unfat. Unfuck yourself. And you will be in a better spot. We're all going to get sick. Everyone is either going to get the vaccine if it works, because I don't know shit about that. And everyone's going to get COVID. We've all had the flu. We're all going to fucking get COVID. Everybody has a story. I haven't had the flu for 6 years. You still have the fucking flu. COVID's here, and it's here to stay. So what I'm trying to do is use my expertise in health, in fitness, to get you not to prevent getting COVID, not to prevent getting sick, but to hopefully put you in a better position for your body to fight off not just COVID, but other bacterial and viral invaders of your body. And you do that through diet, training, supplementation, things like that. And for some reason we say that, people get really mad. Well, you're not an expert. Well, who the fuck are you? And also, like, what is an expert? Fauci's been wrong 100% of the time. The motherfucker told us in March, masks don't work. Now he's telling us we need to wear masks. Okay, that's great. He said that schools need to close. Today he came out and said schools need to open. The difference is I've been 100% correct about all of this. And a lot of fitness people have.
And you've been consistent.
And if I'm proven wrong, I'm proven wrong. But so far, the experts appear to have an ulterior motive. I don't know what that motive is. I don't have access to the Illuminati. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah. But what really fucking gets me is that this is my fucking lane. My lane is health and fitness. Your lane is health and fitness. if we can't give our opinion on alternative ways to boost your immune system, we're not saying it replaces the vaccine. We're saying that, hey.
And we're not saying by doing this you won't get COVID.
You're going to get fucking COVID. I'm going to say this for the record. Either through a vaccine, which is basically giving you, in a way, I know it's mRNA, I'm not getting into science. You're basically giving yourself a small dose of COVID to build up antibodies. Or something similar that makes your body produce the COVID antibodies. Okay? Or you're going to fucking get it. And you might get it this year, next year, and the year after. You might get it this year and never get it again. You might not get it for another 6 years. Every motherfucker watching this is either going to get COVID or get the vaccine. So I'm just telling you, instead of fucking getting horrible side effects, and I'm not saying it's going to work, but no one's going to fucking die of taking a recommended daily dose of vitamin D and vitamin fucking C. Why not just take it? Instead, these elitist, pompous fucks are like, well, what's your fucking, where's your studies? What's your this? What's your that? Vitamin C is a fucking antiviral. There's more papers on that shit than there is fucking paper at a paper mill, you dumb fucks. It's not rocket science. They have antiviral activity. If the virus is prevented from replicating in the body, that's a good fucking thing. If a virus gets in, what's a virus do? It goes viral, like a picture, like if Chris posted a nude on Instagram. Shit would go viral. What does going viral mean? You can't fucking stop it. Unless you put an antiviral in there, and then you can slow it down. You're still going to fucking get it. We're all getting COVID. Let's not all stay inside. Look, no matter what we do, the delivery guy who brings you your fucking Chipotle is going to have it. Somebody's going to fucking have it. You're going to have to go to the grocery store. And by the way, cloth masks, if they work, it's very minimal. And you're still going to fucking get it because you have eyes. And you have ears and other things that it can go to. And if you have a mask, you're touching it with your hands all the fucking time. If you have gloves on your hands, unless you change it every time you touch something, your gloves are going to spread the virus. So listen, let's be safe and real. We need to protect the elderly and us younger folk. We need to take all the precautions we can. We need to be healthy. We need to be in shape. We need to diet right. We need to eat right. Do the best we can. We need to supplement with vitamins that might help. And then when we get it, we want to put ourselves in the best position to beat it as quickly as possible.
Yes, sir.
I just had to rant about that because
Mark, we talked about this shit not too long ago, just a minute ago, how, we got to understand everybody's not going to be ready to hear the truth, we can't get frustrated. So I'm lazy, your neck popping, neck veins popping. Yeah. Hey, man, I've been there, brother, trying to wake your friends up and try to get them to see shit your way, and they just looking at you like, yeah, whatever, dude, and they still do what they want to do anyway. At some point, when it's people's time, they will align with you when it's their time, because I see the passion. You really want to help people.
I want people to live. Man. I am not one of those guys saying COVID's just the flu.
Because trust me, Mark don't have to do these videos. Mark, he's really passionate about seeing people fucking do for themselves. This man has built himself from the bottom up, and he made no excuse. He used to call him the machine back in the day. This guy used to wake up like early in the morning, work till the sun go. Guys, this is the definition of grind. Okay, so he doesn't like seeing people waste their time. So understand that it's not coming from a place of aggravation. It's just a little disappointment and frustration.
It's love.
Yeah.
I have seen people pass from COVID. We've all known somebody who's known somebody who has passed from COVID. And it fucking sucks. And what sucks is that we can't even offer advice from our knowledge. And everybody's not an expert in everything. Like, I guarantee you, I can formulate a vitamin and mineral better than Dr. Fauci. So he's an expert in viruses. And by the way, HIV still doesn't have a vaccine, so he kind of sucks.
Right.
That's all he's been doing since 1980. And this fucking little midget can't fucking come up with a vaccine for fucking, like, he has one fucking job. Okay, I'll out-formulate him on what I do. So why can't we have experts, different experts? Let's have, before we talk about lockdowns and economic restrictions, why don't we get different experts? Let's not listen to just Dr. Fauci. He's not God. Why don't we have him converse and roundtable with economic experts? Why don't we have him converse with supplement or nutrition experts? Why don't we bring some registered dietitians in there? Why don't we bring some physical trainers in there? Why don't we come up with an overall approach that not only addresses that part of society, but also addresses what happens to the economy, how we can treat this with cheap and natural forms of antiviral protection, how we can factor in exercise. Maybe we start researching what exercise does best for this. Maybe it's cardiovascular that makes you more less susceptible to issues of COVID. Maybe it's weight training. Maybe it's, I don't know. But why are we not exploring these options? And why every time someone like me who might not have a PhD has an opinion that, by the way, I'm 100% certain is at least mostly right, that it will help. I'm not saying it will cure. I'm saying it will help. No one here can say, and worst case, it won't hurt. Why can't people just accept that? I'm not anti-vax. The Pfizer vaccine, I'm not mad at. I like Pfizer. They made Viagra. Hugh Hefner was banging bitches too. He was like 95. And not just one. He was banging like 10 at a time. Yeah. Young women, vibrant women. So I think that we just need to come together and we need to kind of think about how we as a society can use all of our strengths to help fight this, because we're not going to beat it, because it's always going to be here like the flu. And the flu kills up to 80,000 people a year in the U.S. alone. Malaria kills 2 million people worldwide every year. Why aren't we shutting down for malaria? Why aren't we shutting down for the flu? How many people die in car accidents? Why do we still have it? It was 75 mile per hour speed limit on the fast lanes here. 75, y'all are crazy as fuck in Texas, right? We never go over 70. Well, at least we're not supposed to. And in Tennessee, why don't we have, if lives are that precious, why don't we put the speed limit at 20 miles an hour and just take longer to get places?
That's a good fucking question.
So
you know what's funny, Mark? You said that?
Yeah.
How we should go 20 miles an hour and save more lives?
Mm-hmm.
But deep inside, I'm like, hell no, I want to drive fast, right? It's like, damn, we can change the world, but it's like, are we ready to make those changes though?
Bro.
Right?
Bro, we need to keep talking. No matter how many people come out against us, we need to speak the truth.
I agree. We gotta have these honest, tough conversations, you know?
We need to, because no one has the balls, because we're afraid of being. I said this the other day. I'm not kidding you. I said this the other day on Twitter, and someone goes, that's a racist thing to say. I said, how the fuck did that become a racial?
Right.
They're just throwing out buzzwords because it's the way you knock people down, because you have to defend yourself. I just blocked him, of course, because I'm too old for that fight.
People who just immediately say the racist, that's what they're desperate. Hey, racist! They're trying to shut you up.
I've been called racist more times in 2020 than I've ever been called in my life.
Don't fall for it, Mark. No, that's a trap. They're trying to get you to back off.
Yeah.
Racist.
Yeah, I love it. But
you do this.
So my whole thing is, we need to come together as a fitness community, and a lot of people have. Ian Smith with the Tillis Gym in New Jersey, and a lot of these guys, I think, are taking the long approach, because they're like, COVID's weak, it's bullshit. And I believe for most of us, COVID is weak. I think the flu for younger populations is much more dangerous based on my knowledge. And no, I'm not a fucking doctor. I'm not an epidemiologist. But I do, in my heart of hearts, believe that we should never, ever shut down the world for a virus that only affects a small portion of the population. And there's something more to this. And that's why we need to speak up, because no one knows what the fuck to do. But what I do know is that you talk about mental health. Suicides are double. You know, you look at all the people struggling right now. I posted something of us squatting today. Man, one comment was like, man, that's beautiful. You're at a gym with no mask and you're actually able to, I'm not able to go to the gym because my state shut down the gyms. For a virus with such a low death rate, that gyms are literally the way that you prevent.
I mean, you look at pro sports now, when one of the athletes in the NFL especially comes down with the virus, it's not even like, will he be okay? Will he survive this? It's, yeah, he'll be back in 10 days.
So they always know. They always know. They're like, we had, if anybody young, athletic.
And also, linemen are fat. If they get it, they're in trouble.
Yeah, there was one strongman who died of COVID, but strongmen are fat. But think about it this way. When these guys get COVID, they know exactly. He's going to be, if they got it on the 1st, he's going to be back on December 11th to play.
Yeah.
What kind of, how deadly is this virus that we know exactly when you're going to be better? That's weird. Why is nobody questioning why athletes who get COVID, nobody ever says, will they live?
Yeah, now I think about it, yeah, because when they were having those people, pull out for the game, and I'm like, there was never no follow up. You know, like, is he okay?
No, it was
You
never
know?
like, how's he doing in the hospital? No, he's not in the hospital.
Yeah.
He's resting at home.
They just come back. They just come back. And I remember The Rock did a video on like when he had it. It's not anything to be blah, blah, blah. And then like the next week, he's fucking deadlifting 800 pounds in his little private gym. I'm like, dude, like, I understand like you had to do this because you're going to back Biden and they probably paid you really well. I'm not mad at that because Biden, if he paid me enough, I'd back the shit out of him. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be like, fuck it, Kamala Biden. Everybody has their price. Yeah, of course. And you know he didn't do that shit for free.
Nothing's free.
Nothing's free. And he's so powerful.
Anybody thinks anything's free out here with these celebrities, you lost your damn mind.
It's like, wow, The Rock backed Biden. Well, he won the bidding war. And I'm not even mad at that. Like, I'm like, cool. Or he's going to get some favorable treatment in Hollywood or, dude, you got to take care of yourself. I'm not mad at it.
For the right money, I can get motherfucker to back me for president.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, I got you. At least you don't have dementia. So, and you're not orange. So I mean, look, dude, I just wanted to use this opportunity to close this on a very positive note. And that's that the fitness community, you see these guys, I get a lot of this, like, why are they all anti-COVID? No, we're not anti-COVID. We're anti-COVID reaction. Well, we don't like COVID. Most of us believe it's real. I think the wrong thing that fitness guys are doing is they're downplaying that, oh no, COVID's just the flu. It's not the flu. It's a different strain. It's a coronavirus, yes, but it's a fucked up virus. It's fucked up. It targets the elderly and the susceptible. That's a fucked up virus. It's a horrible virus. But that doesn't mean we should just roll over and close down society. And as the fitness community, we're using our years of knowledge to come at you and say, hey, you're going to get this. There's a very, very, very high probability you're going to get this sooner or later. Here is our opinion on your best ways to prevent negative reaction to it. That's it. And so I just wanted to close with that. But anyway, man, Chris, we appreciate having you on, man.
Man, I appreciate you guys.
And so, yeah, just let you know, Chris is Pump Chasers supplements at Tiger Fitness.
Hey, guys, when you go buy Pump Chaser supplements, get 30 minimum, trust me. What we're great, buy 30. I know it's a huge investment to make, but trust me.
It's worth it.
It's worth every penny.
So he also has Pump Chasers clothing at pumpchasers.com.
Yes, sir.
This shirt right here, we'll have it up in time. It'll be available Saturday.
Yep.
If you're watching this currently, if it's an old episode you're watching, whatever, it's probably still here. Or there's something new. Just go to pumpchasers.com and buy some shit, I think is what we're at. What else you got going? You offer coaching, right?
Yes, sir. Personal training. And I will be doing one-on-one sessions sometimes next year. So for people to get the opportunity to come meet me and train with me, I have that package available to, I want to extend my services to people they want to meet me, So, yeah, just right now, coaching, building back the channel with some positive vibes, and of course, doing more stuff like this.
It's going to be dope. And where can they find you, Chris?
Instagram at Beast Mode Jones and YouTube channel Beast Mode Jones.
All right, Chris, thanks so much for being on the GainzCast, and we'll see a lot more of Chris. And Chris is, again, one of the people, again, I've known for years. I can vouch for him. I would take a bullet for him, just not in the chest. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching GainzCast. I'm going to do it. That's not a game.